Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate and I'm happy you're here. Today we're going to focus on the lower half of our body, working into our legs and our hips and all of that good stuff. So you are going to want a couple of blocks and a strap and some wall space if you can manage it. If you don't have wall space and you're near a couch, you can certainly use the couch for what we're gonna do. If you don't have blocks or a strap, anything that can work in place of those things is perfectly fine, right? So grab all of those things, find a quiet spot near a wall, roll out your mat, and let's get stretchy. Okay, so we're gonna start on our backs. So grab one of your blocks and just make sure you've got it kind of at the ready, right? And you're just gonna lay down. Feet flat on the mat. Take your feet wide and let your knees drop in toward each other. And you can let your hands rest on your stomach, let your arms rest out to the sides. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, you're just gonna close your eyes and take a couple of breaths. Nice full breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Same thing again. Last one. All right, now you're gonna pull your knees in, take them wide, and just gonna draw them in toward your armpits and maybe rock a little bit side to side. That's it. You're gonna come through center, and for just a moment, as you pull your knees kind of in and down, press into the center of the back of your head, press your shoulder blades into the mat, and feel your tailbone and kind of your whole spine, and a push into the floor. Like we're making an imprint here with our back body. All right, then you're gonna drop your feet to the mat and grab your block. Push into those feet, lift your hips, and slide that block underneath your pelvis there. You want it to rest underneath that triangular bone right at the base of your spine, your sacrum there. And you'll find the sweet spot. So it's different for everybody, but just find that sweet spot where you can just, feels good when you get there. Right, and then just let your arms rest by your sides and take a couple of breaths as you let the weight of your hips kind of drop into the block. And you can feel the muscles in your low back start to release here. Yeah, that's it. All right, so you're gonna keep your left foot on the mat and pull your right knee in. And you're gonna take it into both hands and pull like you were hugging it with everything you got. And then stretch your left leg out straight. And you're gonna feel the front of your left thigh lengthen out and down, kind of out of your hip there a little bit, and then push your heel into the mat like you were trying to smush something into the floor. And take a couple of breaths there. We're really working on getting into that front of that left hip, maybe even the front of your thigh if it's super crunchy in there. And you're gonna slide your hands behind your right thigh. And while we're here, you're just gonna stretch your right leg up. And it doesn't have to straighten. It's early. It never has to straighten. But you're just gonna kind of point and flex for a second here. And roll some circles. And then circle in the other direction. Beautiful. And then take a breath where you can push your thigh into your hands and stretch evenly through both heels. And when you exhale, pull that knee in, and drop your foot back onto the floor, and we're gonna switch. So left knee pulls in, grab it with both hands, give it a hug. And then extend that right leg out. Same idea, you can feel the front of your right thigh, and lengthen out of the front of your hip, flex that right foot and push your heel into the mat. All right, slide your hands behind your left thigh, and stretch that left leg up and point and flex. Get some pops and cracks out here. You roll out your ankle. And then do the other side. Press up through your heel. Feel your thighs press into your hand and push through both feet. Yes. All right, then you're gonna hug your left knee into your chest and kind of just hold it there gently and pull your right knee in too. And then you're just gonna take both legs, stretch them up to the sky. I like to call this one legs in space. And And then fold your right knee into your chest, left knee in. We're gonna step the right foot down, step the left foot down. Pause here. You can feel your feet kind of tingling, maybe. Push into your feet, lift your hips. And we're gonna slide that block out and then nice and easy, roll down. You got it. Okay, and then from here, you're gonna take your right knee again, pull it into your chest. Stretch that left leg out. And we're gonna work circles into this right hip, kind of come out and around. And then the other direction. Gorgeous. All right, and then you're gonna slide that right knee over kind of into your armpit and come into a half happy baby. You can grab the outer edge of your foot, you can grab the back of your knee. If it feels way too intense here, you can always bend your left knee, place your left foot on the mat. It'll give you a little more room. You can kind of play with both and see what you prefer today. And then from here, you're gonna bend that left knee, cross your right ankle over the top of your thigh, and keep your left foot on the mat, but just press your inner thigh away from you. That's it. Arms are gonna come out to the side and let your legs drop over to the left. And you can either take your left hand onto the top of your right foot or to the inner right thigh. The idea here is we wanna feel the right foot anchor down and this inner right thigh move away from your chest. So whatever makes that happen. And then as you do that, you're gonna spin your torso to the right and even slide your gaze over toward that right hand. Beautiful. And then we're gonna come back up through the middle. So we're still in this figure four. Now you can draw that left knee in. Keep your right foot flexed. You can use your right elbow to press this leg open. Yes. You got it. Then you're gonna drop your left foot to the floor, right leg half happy baby again, but left knee is gonna stay bent because we're gonna roll up. This is one of my favorite things to do. If you've been here before, we do this often. Now we're gonna start to roll forward and back. And so we can come all the way up. Take your time to sit, right? And then you're gonna step this right foot onto the mat, shift your weight forward, and step the left foot back. When the left foot gets back there, drop that left knee. You're just gonna sink your hips. If you feel like blocks would make this more comfortable, then grab your blocks, sink your hips, and lift your chest. You wanna push into that right foot and feel the length through the front of your body here. Inhale, and when you exhale, we're gonna rock back. Walk those hands back. You can bring the blocks with you. Feel your sitting bones curl back behind you. Left hand's gonna stay where it is. Lengthen your spine, and we're gonna go for a twist here. Sweep that right arm up. Ooh, right to that outer edge of that right leg. We're going for it. Straight to the point. And then from here, drop that right hand to the mat and rock it forward. Sink your hips, lift your chest. Okay. Left hand's gonna stay, and again, we're gonna twist. This time, right hand onto the top of your thigh. You can slide your gaze over your shoulder. Take a breath here. And then if you wanna add the quad stretch, you're gonna bend that back knee. Grab for the pinky toe edge of the foot. So we're going to the outer edge of the foot first. Thumb points toward the ceiling. You can use the block, or you can get rid of the block. Roll that right shoulder back. As you do, push into that right foot. Yes. You got it. Now you're gonna take your hand and walk it up and over. So now we're on the instep, thumb pointing down, thumbs down. And now you're gonna spin your chest toward the front of the mat. You might want the block back out of your hands. Press into your right foot, lift your chest. Oh, you can kick your foot into your hand for a little more oomph. There's a lot of oomph there. Ooh. All right, and then from here, we're gonna drop it. Plant both hands to either side of your right foot, and we're gonna sweep the right leg back into a three-legged table. Bend your right knee, press your heel up to the sky. And then circle it out and around. One direction, and then the other. You got it. Kick it out, inhale. And then you're gonna step it to the outside of your right hand for lizard. Spin those toes open 45 degrees and just let your hands walk forward. Keep pressing into the ball of that right foot. If you wanna lower down onto your forearms, you can use blocks under. Relax your shoulders, back of your neck. And then slide your hands back underneath you. Tuck those back toes under, step back. Ooh, downward facing dog, and just pedal it out. And one side's gonna feel drastically different. We've done a whole ton of stuff on that right side. Oh, all right, inhale, come forward into plank. And vinyasa how you want to. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, baby cobra, or upward facing dog. And we're gonna pull it back again into downward facing dog. All right, gaze forward and tiptoe to the top of the mat, but take your time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, sweep those arms out, reach them up. We're gonna dive right back over those legs. Exhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Then bend your knees, sink your hips. We're gonna find a chair pose. Reach your arms up. Feel your weight move back towards your heels. And now we're gonna take those toes, open them up, lower it down, lower it down, lower it down. Use your hands when you want to. Gonna roll all the way down. Onto your back, hug both knees in. Okay, right foot stretches out, keep that left knee in. And we're gonna go for circles. Out and around. Yes, and then in the other direction. And hug that knee in to the left. Half happy baby. You can keep that right leg extended or bend your knee. And see where you're at this morning or this afternoon or this evening. Whenever it is you're here. You got it. All right, now you're gonna bend that right knee. Take your left ankle over the top of the thigh. Keep your left foot flexed and take your left hand to the inner thigh and just give it a little press. We're gonna keep that action going, that inner thigh moving away as you drop over to the right with your legs. Now your right hand can come to the top of the foot, to the inner thigh, whatever works for you, right? Feel that left foot press into the floor. And then you're gonna lift your chest just a bit and spin to the left. Keep working that inner thigh away. All right, inhale, come back up through center. We're gonna keep this foot flexed, draw your right knee in, little figure four. Can take that elbow to the inner thigh. Keep that external rotation by working your inner thigh away. Okay, and now you're gonna grab the pinky toe edge of that foot, come into your half happy baby, right foot on the mat. We're gonna roll up. Here we go. You can get some momentum going with this right leg. Come on up. Plant your left foot to the mat, and we're gonna swing the right leg through. And drop your back knee. And you can grab for the blocks if you want them. Roll your shoulders back, sink your hips, lift your chest. Inhale it here. When you exhale, pull your hips back. Work to straighten the legs. Well, I mean the front leg. Sitting bones are gonna move back behind you. Keep plugging that left leg into the socket. You're gonna root your right hand into the floor, lengthen your spine, and spin your left arm up. Ooh, go for that twist. You got it, and then left hand's gonna come down, rock your weight forward, come back into your lunge, feel your chest lift. Right hand's gonna stay right on the floor. Left hand to the top of your left thigh, and spin to the left. Take another twist. You can hang out right here. Perfectly fine place to stay. If you want to grab for that quad stretch, you gonna grab the pinky toe edge of that foot first. You can use a strap too, right? Lasso that foot. Roll your left shoulder back and breathe. Now you're gonna take your hand and walk it up and over. So now we're on the instep here, right? Stretch your chest forward. Press into that left foot. You can kick your foot into your hand. Take a breath. And when you exhale, we can release. Left hand to the mat. You're gonna sneak this right or this left leg back through. Bend that left knee. Press up into your heel. Take some circles out and around. Other direction. Okay. And then from here, you're gonna step that foot to the outside of the left hand, spin your toes open just a bit, walk your hands forward, sink your hips. Oh, lizard pose. And you can drop down if you want onto your forearms. That block underneath. Beautiful. Slide your hands underneath you. We're gonna step it back. Downward facing dog. And just breathe as you pedal it out. You got it. You're gonna walk your feet a little bit farther apart. Come onto the balls of your feet and then drop your feet over to the right. Send your sitting bones up and back. Inhale up through the middle and exhale to the other side. And then back up through the middle. From here, you're gonna bend your left knee big time. Bend your right knee halfway, half time. Gonna keep that right knee bent, but press your right heel down into the mat. Hopefully that gets into your calf a bit. Oh. And then switch, big old bend into that right knee, little mini bend into the left. Keep that mini bend, but press your heel toward the mat. Like you could stretch your foot back behind you. Ah, glorious. All right, downward facing dog. Gaze it forward, walk or hop, Uttanasana, come on up. Halfway lift, and then let it go. Take a moment here to press into the four corners of your feet. Feel your kneecaps lift so these quads engage, sitting bones rise up, and even if your legs are bent here, you can still feel the lift through your sitting bones. Slide your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Find that long spine. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet. Come all the way upward, Bahastasana. Inhale. When you exhale, bring your hands down through prayer. All right, so we're gonna nesting pigeon. Because why not, right? So shift onto your right foot and pull your left knee in. We're gonna take this left ankle, cross it over the top of your right thigh, sink your hips back. Oh, you got it. Feel this inner left thigh kind of spill open as much as it can with this left foot flexed. Press into your right foot. We're gonna come all the way up to stand, step your left foot back, warrior one. Inhale, reach those arms up. And then from here, right hand's gonna come to the front of your right hip. Straighten your right leg. You wanna use this hand to kind of work your hip back, lengthen up, and we're gonna come out and over. Nice long spine, nice long spine. I'm gonna grab a block on the way down. We're gonna go for a little revolved triangle pose here. Pretty intense, so take a second here. Chest square to the mat. You can use this right hand to work your right hip crease back as you stretch your chest forward. And maybe this feels good enough to kind of linger here. If you want to add the twist, you're just going to take this right shoulder and open it up so your chest starts to open. Maybe this right arm reaches up. While you do that, try to keep your hips from going super skewer. Inhale. When you exhale, you're just going to fold over the legs, Parsvottanasana, a little pyramid pose here. Try to work the hips to square, nice and level here. Don't let your right side belly droop, but feel it lift away from the top of your thigh. Okay? Now we're gonna soften this right knee. You can get rid of the blocks. We're gonna step back, down dog split. Sweep your right leg up and then swing it forward into pigeon. All legs, all the time. I'm gonna take that left leg back. Make sure everything's straight back behind you there. Inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale, come out and over. Feel those shoulders relax. Muscles in your cheeks and your jaw can relax. If you find that your right side sitting bone is hovering a little bit like mine, you can take a block underneath if you feel like that would be a better idea. Kind of work the hips there. It's just a smidge too high for me. Or you can put a pillow under there. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna walk your hands underneath you. Come on up, drop your right hip. You're gonna take this left foot, step it around. But you're gonna come onto the outer edge of this left foot, right? So we were like as if we were gonna go into Gomukhasana, but we're not. You're gonna take your left hand to the floor out in front, and we're gonna scoop this left leg with your right forearm and lift it up into your chest. Okay? All right, now you're gonna take your right hand and curl it around your left bicep. So you're pulling this leg in toward your chest, lift your chest toward the leg. So we're squishing them together, right? Now we're here. Now you're gonna push your leg into your arm. Pull your left sitting bone back and plug it into the floor. There's a lot going on here, but breathe. And then slowly let that go. You're gonna lean your weight back, stretch your legs out in front, give them a little wibble wobble. And then you're gonna pull those feet in, roll over the knees, downward facing dog. Rock it forward through plank and vinyasa how you want to. Gaze it forward and walk or hop, Uttanasana. Lengthen and fold. Press into your feet, come all the way up. And hands down through prayer. All right, second side. I'm gonna shift onto this left leg. Pull your right knee in. Nesting pigeon, right, cross your ankle. And then set your hips back. Hands can come to prayer. Flex this foot, feel your inner right thigh kind of fold open. All right, warrior one. Nice and easy, stand up, step it back. Doesn't have to be a long stance, right? Take those arms, reach them up, inhale. And then left hand to this front hip here. Gonna lengthen your spine as you do, straighten your left leg. Use your left hand to work this left hip back. Gonna pull up and then out and over, out and over. This hip crease is gonna deepen. I'm going for the block here. Find the floor or the block with your right hand. Stretch your chest forward as you work the inner thighs toward each other, but that outer left hip back. Okay, we can add the twist here. You ready? Gonna lengthen your spine and then twist to the right or the left. Whew. You can sweep that left arm up. Oh, it doesn't go very far. You can also take your left hand to your low back. Inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Fold, Parsvottanasana. Little pyramid here. Okay, gonna get rid of the blocks, soften that left knee. Plant your hands, left leg's gonna swing up and back, inhale, and then bring it forward into your pigeon. Squeegee that leg back. Right leg's going straight back behind you. Inhale here, exhale slowly, come out and over. Close your eyes. And fold here. Scissor those inner thighs. Soften where you can through your shoulders and your neck. Just notice how this side feels different than the other and in what ways. No judgment, just a kind of taking stock. You're going to slide your hands underneath you. And we're going to come on up. From here, you're going to roll into that left sitting bone. We're going to take the right leg, sweep it up and around, come onto the pinky toe edge of that foot. So it's like a half Gomukhasana, half Ardha Matsyendrasana. And then you're going to take your right hand to the floor and scoop this right knee with your left forearm and hug it into your chest. We got it here. So you're going to pull it in, lift your chest, and then grab a hold of your bicep. Right, so we got this like arm bar. When we've got the arm bar, you're going to push your leg into that forearm. While you do that, chest stays lifted. Pull your right sitting bone back and down into the floor. Ooh la la. I hope that feels good. It's one of my favorites. You got it. Take a breath here. And then slowly, we're going to rewind, take those legs, kick them out. All right, slide your feet in, about hips distance. Swing your left arm across, lift your chest and spin to the right. And then back through center, switch, right arm across. Keep those shins parallel as you take your left hand behind. And then back through center. Now we're gonna make it go to the wall and we're gonna take our Shavasana a little bit differently than we normally do. We're gonna go for legs up the wall. So if you don't have a wall, like I said earlier, you can use a couch, right? You can shimmy right up to the couch and hook your legs over. It might actually feel better than a legs up the wall. It's up to you. But you're gonna find your way to the wall. Take one butt cheek to the wall. It's more accurate. And then you're gonna slide it around. Swing those legs up. Slide your butt to the wall. And we relax here. And once you get comfortable, you can close your eyes. Feel yourself start to relax into the floor. And we're gonna stay here for, I don't know, a minute or so. You can always, always, always stay longer. But let your eyes close. Feel the weight of your legs relax down. The muscles along the length of your spine start to soften. Muscles in your low back can unwind. And breathe. Feel your breath deepen. And start to move your toes. You're going to bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together and let your legs open into a diamond shape here. Then bring those knees together. You're going to roll to the right and come on up and work your way into a comfortable seat. Take a moment here to pause before you move on to whatever comes next. Close your eyes. Feel the ground underneath you and the crown of your head stretch up. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and thank yourself for making the time today for your legs, your mind, and all the other good stuff that happens when you roll out your mat. Thanks for practicing with me. I look forward to doing it again soon. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, spread the love, and make it a great day.